Welcome back to the S1E2 career mode with Everton on S1E2. We're streaming. I don't know why we're streaming. I thought I'd give it a go. I think maybe it just means we can do less editing, and these clips should save to YouTube anyway, and we get to play more of the game, which is the fun part, isn't it? I've already done an illegal because I started the stream and hadn't turned off all the music, so I'm probably going to YouTube prison now. But yeah, I thought we'd just do the things that we usually do in an episode. Play 3 games or so, stop the stream there, and then just do it that way around. I think it's just easier. The reason that we took a bit of a break with the Udinese career mode last year was just because the editing was taking so long, right? And it just became a chore. And I'm just doing this for fun. It's not kind of like, I don't know, I'm not really learning anything for the editing because I can do that bit. So this is the fun part where I actually get to play the game, get to chat about the game, get to maybe interact with people if they enter the chat. Who knows? Probably not. But yeah, then this kind of hour-long video, whatever it is, can just go on the channel like a normal video would. And yeah. I mean, an hour's a long time to be watching anything, never mind me, but what's Dwight McNeil saying? But it's easy enough to just skip forward to the bits you want, especially at this time of year when I imagine anybody finding this who isn't subscribed might be just wanting some gameplay. So, yeah, they can, let's get some of these clicky sounds on. I've muted everything after I panicked when the music turned on. You could have contributed more, Dwight McNeil. I'm not gonna lie. Don't blame yourself, mate. Yeah. So you can skip forward to what you want, can't you? A lot of people at this time of year, as I was about to say, probably just wanting gameplay footage, which is fair enough. I mean, I'm really not doing this the right way around either because Everton are currently playing in the Merseyside derby. So if anybody's interested in actually watching Everton, they're probably watching that instead. Currently 2-1, 17 minutes left. So, last time in the Tommaso Ricci Everton era, we got off to an inconspicuous start, really, with a 1-0 defeat away at Leeds. Hopefully, we can get some goals on the board. I think the big issue, well, we had 2 big issues, to be perfectly honest. 3 big issues. First of all, we got hit by one of the unexpected random events that now happen, which means our transfer budget got slashed in half to about, 16 million, was it? I'm trying to multitask. It's now 19 million. Yeah, we started with a budget of 32 million, and that just got chopped in half because of some accounting issue. Hopefully, someone's been sacked for it behind the scenes. So that was the first issue. Second, Tommaso Ricci's 5-2-3 formation wasn't really working, so we're going to try and sort that out. And the other thing is we need to get some actual, I mean, Mikolenko's all right at left back, but right back is a big issue. I know in real life I think O'Brien might be playing there, sometimes Garner. I might be wrong about that, but we need a proper right back. We do have on the bench, we've got Seamus Coleman, who's about 58 years old, and I think it's actually gone down since the first episode in terms of rating. He's now 69, which is, I mean, it's a funny number, but it's not great. And then we've got Patterson on the bench, who's 71, who's, I mean, to be fair, should be on the bench ahead of Seamus Coleman. So we're going to start out this tactic. I was thinking maybe we just go for like, it's boring, but a 4-2-3-1. We can give that a go. If we go, see how it all fits together. I mean, something like that would be interesting. If we go for like a 4-1-4-1, but then I get no, because Jack Grealish isn't in the right places then on the ball, and that's what we were trying to do with the first initial formation that didn't really work out properly. Yeah, let's give this a go. Build up style. We'll go for a balanced style, and I think we'll actually just try and press from the off because that's something that we didn't do much of against Leeds, and when we did do it, that's when we actually made some chances. We'll save those changes. In terms of the player roles, I think Grealish is going to come into centre midfield. Dewsbury Hall will be playing instead of Garner, maybe? Seems like a big call because in real life he's having a great time of it. Gay definitely holding there. We will swap these two around because Branthwaite, I am reliably informed, is left-footed. And Mikolenko, don't want you as a false back anymore, mate. Let's just try and get you bombing down the wings. Get the front three kind of tucking in. Now, I think there is a new role here. So obviously Shadow Striker we've had before. Half winger, not really interested. Playmaker is possibly good for Jack Grealish. I mean, the annoying thing is, he is down as a left winger. We all know, though, he can definitely play centre attacking midfield. But the new role is the classic 10, and I'm wondering if that... So if he's versatile, he uses the best judgment when determining if you should stay central or use the pitch. I think that's great for a player like Jack Grealish, to be honest, who needs that freedom to operate. He can, if we do that, he's going to be playing anywhere along this front three. We'll put Ndai on the left wing, and Garner will get replaced probably by Dwight McNeil for now. But it is this right side of the pitch just in general. I know I said about the right back, but the right wing as well. Ndai, what should we have? I think all of this is technically, because it's a 4-2-3-1 but not wide, these are all technically centre attacking midfield players, aren't they? Not wingers. But I don't hate that. A shadow striker, I like the idea of Ndai getting in behind, and then McNeil providing a bit of width. Hopefully get some crosses in, even though I'm not sure it might be on his wrong foot actually, but balance. Mikolenko, you no longer have to be a force back, my friend. You can just be attacking wing back. It's a bit too much. Wing back, you got a plus for that, so we'll go that on a balanced focus. Jake O'Brien, you can be a fullback. You don't need to be versatile there, do you, mate? Balance as well. I'm sure we will play around with this. We will kind of make changes as we go, but I think for now it's probably just going to give us a little bit more structure, especially in the centre of the park. We don't want Barry as a false nine though, because that's mental. Target forward, he is a big lad. Go on, mate. Classic target forward, we'll do that. So what's that look like with the ball? Yeah, that looks fine to me. Mikolenko pushing on a little bit further. Oh, the one thing I need to sort out here is Dewsbury Hall, because I do want him joining in. Maybe with Mikolenko going a little bit further forward, we will actually just swap those two. Make sure that Gay is still the holding midfielder. Dewsbury Hall, we want getting a little bit further. A box crasher. He's more of a playmaker, really. He's got good passing. Deep lane playmaker. On build up, and then maybe when we've got the ball there, yeah, everybody's spaced out just that little bit better. Right, so we'll stick to that. And then in terms of the squad, we just need to change Garner here. He can go onto the bench. We do have Merlin Roll, who might be able to play more of a role in this system, and his pace is good actually, you know. His passing's not much, but his dribbling, especially because we put this right winger out to be more of a traditional winger, getting crosses into the box. Do you think? I mean, his passing's not great, but he can probably stick a cross into the box. Or can he? 59. Interesting. Dwight McNeil, what foot are you? You are left-footed. And Roll is right. I'm going to go for it, you know. I'm going to go for it. We've got Travers on the bench. That's all good. Right. So those are two of the three issues addressed. The other thing I was going to say is when it comes to sorting out that right back, I had one of the shower thoughts, and we all know your best thoughts come to you when you are in the shower. There's a player I was wondering about who's a free agent. I'm going to see if he is on the game and if he is still available, because if so, I think he would be perfect for us. I'm thinking at right back of Tommaso. And he's not there, is he? He's not there. Let's have a look at the free agents anyway. see if there's anything there, any goodies that we're missing out on. Obviously, none of these players will be scouted. Let's have a look at defenders. We've got a lot of these Qatari players. No, okay, so we're going to have to look at our scouts before we start the first game of the episode, of the stream, I should say, which is the first game at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, the new stadium. We will just get onto our scouts and see if they can find a right back for us. At the moment, I think they are looking for left backs. But maybe if we're playing two at the back now, it's not so important that we find a centre back. Let's try and see if they can find a right back for us. Let's just have a quick look at the left backs that we have found, see if anybody we've scouted can actually play at right back. And Maxim de Kuiper, I really like the look of him. He is still he's still left-footed, surprisingly. But his value, 27 million, there's no way we can afford him. He would be fantastic, though. Any right backs here? You're still left-footed, Lucas Digne, still left-footed. Right, so Felix Agu. Hello. But he can't play, according to FC, he cannot play right back. I think he definitely could do, couldn't he? He's a false back. Right, let's... we'll advance and we'll leave the scouts to try and find some players. We have 3 updated scouting reports as well, 6 emails. Interesting Cambiasse, I think it was a player we were just scouting, assistant manager. Miklenko, I've had a lot of emails about this. I think this is in the pre-season tournament, so it doesn't really mean anything to us. We accepted a loan for a player who apparently had a game rescheduled to the 22nd. Is that Thursday or are we playing on a Friday night now? I don't know why that's been rearranged. But anyway, fast forward, next fixture in 3 days. We might not get any updated scout reports before we play this game. We've got a message from Alcaraz. You feel like you can do a better job than Dewsbury Hall? I'm not too sure, mate. I'll think about it. I've thought about it, and no. He will be on the bench though. Opponent analysis. Let's look at. So we're going to match Brighton pretty much man for man. They're playing a wide 4-2-3 one day, so have a bit more width with Mitoma, who we know is a good player. But I'm quite confident in this. I mean, I know that we lost to Leeds in the first game, but the good thing is we are kind of mirroring Everton's real start to the campaign. Lost 1-0 away at Leeds, I believe, and then hopefully we will beat Brighton at home. Got an email from the chief exec, and that's Harry Tyra's move apparently broke down. Oh well. Match day it is, and Dye a little bit tired. Dewsbury Hall down 1 point from on his attributes for playing in that role, but we'll go with it for now. Obviously, Merlin Roll starting might be a mistake. O'Brien out of position as well, but it's kind of the best we can do for now. 8 o'clock playing on World Class. I'm not very good, so we'll see how if that needs changing at any point. Anthony Taylor, the referee. Let's get into it.
We've got the crowd building, the atmosphere buzzing, and all the excitement that comes.
There is every chance that commentary will be on here, so I might just turn the audio down a little bit. I can turn it off in the. Oh, and here is the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Looking so good. Looking so good. Big tifo of Pickford. And yeah, let's just turn off that. Turn off the commentary there. We don't need that, do we? We don't need not when you've got me. You don't need a professional doing it. Audio commentary volume all the way down. Thank you very much. And the stadium is looking so good. I'm so looking forward to eventually, at some point, managing to get to a game at the Hill Dickinson. Was lucky enough to go to Goodison year before last, and it is, it was a special stadium, but very exciting to see the new stadium they've moved to. I haven't been to Spurs Stadium either, and I think a lot of people have made comparisons to the Spurs Stadium with the kind of the big stand at one end of the pitch that they've got at Everton now. We are playing on the authentic gameplay setting, so if it looks a bit slower, that's why. But I think for a career mode, you want to try and keep things realistic and see if we can build forward with Grealish. You want him on the ball as much as possible. Tries to have a pop, but I think that's a corner for us, and it's a positive start. Let's just see how the Merseyside derby is going. Still 2-1, only 4 minutes left though. Here is Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Great over a set piece he is. Oh, we tried to get up there to meet the ball, get it to the back post, and I think the keeper's going to snaffle that up. Verbruggen will take that. And here's that man we've been scouting, De Kuiper. But he's just too expensive for us, isn't he? Good in the air, though. Defence, and his Merlin Roll. He's on loan with an obligation to buy, I believe, in real life. From, is it Freiburg? Is it a team in the Bundesliga anyway? His crossing stat isn't that great, but, well, another easy claim for Verbruggen. We need to be so careful. Defending sometimes a little bit tricky. Pickford does well to get down. We almost mess it up for him by getting in the way. And Roll does that well there. And a little 1-2 to get him on his way as well. Dewsbury Hall onto Gay in a more natural centre defensive midfield position. Sloppy from us, it's sloppy. And Minter with a chance to gallop down the wing. Tarkovsky won't be able to beat him for pace. Oh, it's a great tackle in the end. My heart was in my mouth then. I thought there's always a risk of giving away a penalty. That would be such a good place to win the ball back, but Brighton still in possession. A few passes around the outside. I mean, it's dramatic from Jordan Pickford, but I don't think it was that difficult in the end. Now that I've turned the commentary off, I will just turn the ambience up a little bit so we get some of that crowd noise. And here is Merlin Roll again. He's had a lot of the ball so far, but he's lost it there. And Belabor, chased by Man United in the summer. Still a Brighton player. Brighton just with a little bit more zip, it feels. Barrow. It's another easy claim for Jordan Pickford. But, yeah, not too dangerous. 24 minutes gone. We haven't really been able to threaten the Brighton goal too much. A couple of crosses that were easily claimed by Verbruggen. And that's better. Grealish working his way onto the left flank. There's only one man in the box, but it is Barry, and he is tall. Oh, he got his head to it. Headers, from what I've seen, are massively, massively improved on this game compared to last year's FC. Just got ahead of his defender there. Forces another corner for us. The line looks a little bit wonky, I'm not going to lie. The touchline looks a little bit wonky at this new stadium. But Dewsbury Hall into the box. Towards Tarkovsky. Can't claim we'll try and head it back out. Hopefully Dewsbury Hall's still onside. I think he is. Oh. Can we leave that for another corner? We can't. And Jared Branthwaite. Onto Ndai. Oh, that's a tempting cross for Verbruggen again. Takes that one easily. This is better though. I think Tommaso Ricci will be a little bit disappointed to see how much better Everton are looking with this shape compared to the weird and wonderful creation he came up with in the first episode. The classic 4-2-3-1, just yeah, making us look a lot more solid as predicted. To Barry. This is where we want to try and make a difference. We're not going to make a difference with that ball though. Brighton defenders sitting relatively deep. It's 35 minutes gone, and I mean, they've tested our keeper a little bit. Pickford made a good save earlier on, but other than that, nothing too much to write home about. And here is Jack Grealish, who he does well to get out of space there. Barry looking for the pass through to Roll. Merlin Roll, his Everton debut. Oh, tips over by Verbruggen. It's another corner for us. We're looking good. Merlin Roll I've been very happy with so far. Let's try and keep this one away from the keeper because he has been pretty dominant in the air. And I thought we were going to get to that one. Mikolenko battles hard, get it back to Dewsbury Hall. Try and get it out to Undai. It's a great ball from Dewsbury Hall. Undai can't repeat the trick with a good ball of his own. And Mitoma now taking away for Brighton. Nearly half time. This has been so much better. This has been so much better, and I'm actually really enjoying the gameplay on this. I know it's a little bit slow for some of the authentic mode, but it's good fun. It's good fun, and it also helps that you feel like you can win aerial duels now in the box. You've actually got a chance to score headed goals. It feels like. I'm not sure if that's a throw-in or a free. It's a free kick for the handball, apparently. Apparently those are turned on automatically on authentic game mode, and we need to survive this attack if we can just get it away. And Anthony Taylor will play for half time. Use this opportunity just to see what's happening in the Merseyside derby. And 93 minutes played, can't be long left, still 2-1 to Liverpool. Must be getting into the very, very last throes of that game. And we've got a new mate with his chips. Oh, we had a fan at Udinese, Tommaso Ricci's first FC year last year on the old game, who had his chips at Udinese. We've got a new bloke here at the Hill Dickinson Stadium who looks like he needs to maybe watch how many chips he's eating, but it's good to see the confectionery stands are doing roaring trade. Let's try and build on the good performance we had last time. Hopefully not concede right away. It's a good save by Pickford. Spilled back into the path of Mikolenko. And I was trying to hammer it downfield. Actually, what I've done is just stick it out for a throw-in. That man's got a hole in his t-shirt. This is the danger when they build pressure that we just can't release. So Mikolenko done well again, actually. And Gay, can't spend too much time on it there, mate. And Dewsbury Hall, sensible thing. Let's just get a foot on it. It's been a bit fraught since half time, but there's a. I was about to say there's a ball on. There maybe was, but Undai decided to hit it into the Mersey instead. Oh, Merlin Roll again. He's been really good. I think it's his pace that is helping on that flank. Other attributes, some of them are lacking a little bit, but I'm liking what I've seen so far. Oh dear. Oh, Mikolenko trying to foul the winger there, but it's a bad pass, and Branthwaite just don't do anything silly, mate. That's better. Tarkovsky out to Jake O'Brien, who I think I called Lewis O'Brien in the last episode. Force of habit, Lewis O'Brien was a Bradford City player. And Gay and I not making the run in behind as such, but he's got a bit of space now to do something. Go back to Jack Grealish. Oh, overruns it really. And it's 4-on-4 if they can choose a pass quickly. Mitoma onto Rutter. With an hour gone, maybe we start thinking about making a change soon. McNeil maybe for Undai, who hasn't really done too much. I really do feel like in these moments you just need to do the sensible thing, which is what I want from gameplay, to be fair. I want to feel like I'm having to make the correct decisions rather than just play ping pong at lightning speed. Grealish. Let's play it back to Grealish and try and work something down this left-hand side. Mykolenko will put it down the wing. Undive, try and flick it inside to Grealish. He has done. Can Grealish get anything? It's another corner. It's another corner for Everton. Dewsbury Hall into the box towards Tarkowski. Yeah, I like the look of it. And the suggestion coming from the bench is that Barry goes off for Beto. We'll give that a go. I don't think I press it in time. Let's have a look at what changes we could make. Yeah, Barry for Beto. And yeah, and Dye looking a little bit tired. We can't really take Grealish off because I think he's probably been our best player. At least he's had the ball more than any other player, which is what we want. And yeah, let's go and presume it's now full time in the Merseyside derby. Unfortunately, yes, 2-1 to Liverpool. Yeah, it's a shame. It sounds like it was a bit of a battle in the second half, though. Liverpool picking up points without really blowing anyone away at the moment. Anyway, back to proceedings here at the Hill Dickinson Stadium with 25 minutes left. Minty on to Rutter, and I feel it'd be a massive sucker punch if we were to concede now. I feel like we've been the better team. We've created the more chances. We haven't really. The finishing needs work, but Dewsbury Hall's done really well then onto Merlin Roll. Play inside to Beto, who's just come on. Back inside to Gay, who tries a little weird clipped ball. I don't know what I was really trying to do. I think I was trying to aim for Beto, but he decided that McNeil would be a better target. Don't concede now, don't concede now. We block it. Could have gone anywhere. It could have gone anywhere, to be honest. Get it out, get it out. It's a dangerous, dangerous shot there. That's easily sorted out. Merlin Roll try and chase it down. He can't quite get there. Oh, we've got a chance to break with Grealish. Out to Roll, who's got pace. He needs to pick the right pass though. Try and... Oh, Grealish. No. I was trying to slide Beto through. Misdirected the pass, and that could have been the chance there. It's a bit more end-to-end as the game draws towards a conclusion. We're trying to put tackles in there, but we're just chasing shadows. Oh, but Tarkowski in the end with a big block. That shows there's a handball in there, ref. Get away with it. We've got... Who's that there going very out wide? It's O'Brien. I know he's the right back today, but he's taking it to extremes with his positioning for the restart from Pickford. And then what can we do? 10 minutes left. I mean, a draw isn't horrendous against Brighton, who are a good team. And this has been much better, but it'd be nice to score a goal, wouldn't it? Our first goal in FC 26. Hasn't quite happened for us yet. Mykolenko overruns it, and now we need to be careful in transition. With Minter moving it forward quickly to Barrow. And we've pulled Branthwaite out of position whilst chasing the ball. Dewsbury Hall needs to stand tall. And he does so. With 5 minutes left, we're just trying our best just to keep them at bay. Maybe we can hit them on the break one more time. But it would be so undeserved now if they were to score. It's a good save from Pickford. And Dwight McNeil. I thought I'd won something. Apparently he's just handled the ball there himself. Oh, no, 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 no. It was coming, wasn't it? Once he got into that area, we had absolutely no chance of defending it. Tried to put the big tackle in with Tarkowski, and it was just... Yeah, I thought for a moment we were going to give away the penalty. It's a little touch away from the diving Tarkowski and then just into the top of the net. Tommaso Ricci, not very happy at all, understandably. We don't have long to chase it now. And we're not going to get anything with passes like that, are we? Oh, that is an absolute sucker punch. They could make it two. They could make it two. Matoma, a little bit of skill. He's done wonderfully. I think we've just killed Jordan Pickford in attempting to block that shot. But there goes the full-time whistle. And we have been done by right in there, right at the very end. That is absolutely gutting. Absolutely gutting. Positive signs. Played much better. But still, that's just right at the end. We just couldn't hold on. Palace beat Forest and Man United beat Fulham. Wow.
Some questions regarding the match.
Yeah, let's just big the players up. We'll motivate Dewsbury Hall. You've done well, mate. He also led the passing stats, so we motivate him again. Motivate him again. They need to sort of that. This is the kind of thing that they introduce to FC games where you're like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. You do interviews, but they're all the same. We all celebrate Royal's performance there because he did very good. Royal, I should say. Is it Royal? I don't know. But we definitely, yeah, I think that right back area. And now this is of interest to me because, to be honest, I haven't been getting on with Dwight McNeil. I know it's only been 2 games. We've got Millwall at home in the Carabao Cup coming up next. And we might be able to get quite a bit of money for him. I mean, that would be quite massive. Quite massive. You know what I mean. I'm going to listen to this from Chelsea. I'm going to listen. Let's negotiate. We might be able to get up somewhere around 26, 27 million, you think? What about 26? Fair enough. Well, we need the money, to be honest, if we're going to do anything. Especially if we're letting go of a player who has made appearances from the bench. Garner wants to talk about his contract. You'll do for me, Jack Grealish. I think that's important that we do talk to Garner and get him nailed down. I think he will be a very important player for us in the future. Maybe we're just going to sort that out now. Where do we do that? Is that squad? There we go. Contract's expiring soon. There we go. Contracts sorted by date. 10 months on Tarkowski, Mykolenko, Gay. Role we know. Grealish is on loan. Not too worried about Coleman. But I do feel like Garner probably needs to be sorted out. Tarkowski getting on a bit as well. We might see how he gets on this season. But Garner, I think, definitely needs to have a new contract, and we'll take him for tea at Betty's. Have some fondant fancies, mate. Sit down. So his role at the club. I think a squad role, this is terrible on a white background, is important. That's fine, yeah. Length of contract, should we try and tie him down for 5 years? I mean, he's 24. 4 years will do. And then no, we don't want a release clause. Thank you very much. And his salary is currently on 26.5. Let's say 30, not 1 million, not 900,000. If we say 35, how does that sound? Good. Well, I think that's a sensible bit of business there. Tie him down to a new 4-year deal. 35,000 a week is not much for a player of James Garner's quality and maybe potential. Give him a three more years or so to develop as he gets to his prime. Yeah, we'll leave everybody else for now. Let's see if the scouts have found anything. Right back, here we go. Now, are a lot of these going to be out of our range? I don't know. João Mario. It's given us a lot of big clubs here. These are all centre-backs now. I mean, he's at Union Berlin, but he is age 30. Benjamin Henrichs at Red Bull Leipzig. I'll scout a little bit. Might as well scout all these further. He's 32, so maybe not. Look at João Mario as well. What's Alcaraz saying now? He could have made a difference. It wasn't an easy decision. It was an easy decision. He will get game time. He'll probably get game time in the next match against Millwall, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, with us now playing that Brighton game on the Friday, we do get a little bit longer to recover for this. All these offers. When we're not selling Garner, he's just got a new deal, but we'll listen to what Brighton are saying about Dwight McNeil and negotiate there. Maybe the 25, 26 million I was wanting was a bit too much, but if we say 24, 25% more than what you're offering, well, 33% more of what you're offering, halfway, 18%. That's, what do you mean halfway? That's the same thing that you offered before with a selling clause of 9%. I mean, they're not really going to sell him on, are they? Remove selling clause, new transfer fee. £22.5 million. Dwight McNeil goes to Brighton. I'm surprised they want him after seeing his second half performance when he was brought on as a substitute in the last game. Garner, absolutely not. You're going nowhere, mate. And hopefully, yeah, we get that money through sooner rather than later so we can reinvest it, because we are running out of time in this transfer window. We still haven't made any signings. Dwight McNeil does head out of the club. And maybe there is the opportunity that Alcaraz has been looking for as well. It's an A price rating. We've done well there. 24 million was the maximum. I don't think we're going to get that because, I mean, they wanted to start talking about nonsense like sell-on clauses. Yeah. Well, I guess we play this game then. Second game of the episode of the stream. And we will try and make some changes here. We can't go fully wholesale changes. But we can definitely bring Patterson in. We can maybe start Beto. Alcaraz will get that start that he's so wanted. Michael Keane comes in for Tarkowski, who was massive in the last game. Does Dibbling come in maybe for a role? Maybe. Let's put him on the bench. Put him on the bench instead of Jake O'Brien. Leave Tarkowski on there. We don't have a massive squad actually, do we? Not the world's biggest squad. Garner can come in for Gay. And we will have to think about getting a new left winger because Ndai is a little bit tired. But I think that's all okay, isn't it? I think that's all right. Hopefully it's enough to beat Millwall in the rain at Hill Dickinson Stadium. or the weather not dampening any spirit here on Merseyside as we start our Carabao Cup campaign. And the ball is zipping around already with this this rain. It's weird, isn't it? It zips around and then it slows down quite drastically. Garner getting forward to Undai. Trying to slip it through forward to Beto, but not quite able to there. And Branthwaite tidies up. We really should have too much quality for Millwall, you would think. And this is an opportunity for Alcaraz to impress us. I don't know if it was onside there. We're just offside. I thought there was one defender who'd stayed behind a little bit. Nah, we're quite a long way offside. Just trying to move my chair in. There we go. Right. That's a big header away. Oh, we just can't. We turned the wrong way with Beto there. Turned to his left way. If he'd gone to his right, it would have been in free space to make that pass. It's one of those instances on FC where you've already pressed the button and they're going to do it anyway. Alcaraz into Garner, who's gone right through a player there. Fair enough. And Undai here is going to run out of space if he keeps on going. He'll try and put it into Beto. Can't do anything with that. He never had a chance there, bless him. Tommaso Ricci gone for his black overcoat. If you missed it in the first episode, Tommaso Ricci, having moved to Everton following one season at Udinese, the actual circumstances of his move to England, I'm not actually allowed to talk about because of ongoing legal proceedings. I can tell you it does involve something to do with the forgery of some documents for a racehorse. Here's Garner. It's a good effort. It's a good effort from him. But yeah, Tommaso Ricci now at Everton, and he's brought his own cobbler with him to the training ground. I'll have to check out his shoes. If we do get a full-length image of him, I'll have to see if that cobbler has been put to good work already with his Tuscan leather. Beto is offside. I thought he just started dancing around the ball for no reason. In fact, he was already offside. Not by far, but offside nonetheless. 14 minutes played, 0-0 against Millwall. Not that away, a Merlin roll here. So impressive on his debut against Brighton. Alcaraz tries to find Roll, who then charges down the keeper. Alcaraz juggling. It's a heavy touch from him. Look at it, goes to his teammate. Quick feet from Undai to get away, get some space, and he's going to just run the ball out. It just got away from him in the wet conditions. Good tackle from Garner. And Undai getting away. So, of course, something we could always do with McNeil out of the club is bring Garner into centre defensive midfield off the bench. Dewsbury Hall here. Oh, it hits the player in the face. It's a necessary block, albeit a painful one. But yeah, what we can always do is bring Dewsbury Hall into kind of centre attacking midfield. And Pickford does well to stop the corner for Millwall. And yeah, Garner into centre defensive midfield off the bench. And then yeah, we've got Undai and Grealish. We can move anywhere along that front line really. But that's a good ball there for Alcaraz, who's been bright so far. He's wanted some game time and he's got it now. Mikolenko into Dewsbury Hall. Got a bit of an overload on this left-hand side. We can get it out to Undai. He's probably going to look for the cross for Beto. And it's in! It's in! We've got our first goal of the save. It's Beto with his head. Good work by Undai down that left-hand side. We had a bit of an overlap. Grealish looking happy as well. There's that guy from the intro clip earlier in the crowd. Lost his absolute mind. But it's a good header from Beto. He's under pressure from the defender. But he is a big, big lad. And he just gets there ahead. And the keeper didn't really have much chance. In at the near post. Everton 1, Millwall 0. And we have our first goal on FC26. It's a relief. It's a relief to get that done, honestly. Although Millwall looking to get back immediately, and excuse me. But now we really need to turn the screw. Beto just waiting for Alcaraz on the outside. Alcaraz tried to put it across. It wasn't really a shot. It was more of a pass. But the keeper gets a foot to it. Oh, this is so good. This is so much better compared to the first game. And we've got loads of space now for Ndai, who must shoot, must score. Surely, no. Is that no? No. Oh, dear. Still alive with Alcaraz, who turns wonderfully. I mean, it would have been stunning. It would have been a beautiful, beautiful goal from Alcaraz, turning like that before shooting just wide of the keeper's left-hand post. But we are well on top here. And again, we come again with Merlin roll this time. And Dye still in loads of space on that side. He chests it down, will send in a vicious effort. Crosses it now, Dewsbury Hall, but Garner's in loads of space to claim it back. He chests it to Merlin Roll, who will shoot. And now it's easily claimed by the goalkeeper. This is so much better from Everton. Really applying the pressure a little bit. Well, a lot better than we have done in previous games when we've been on the front foot. We sometimes still let it drift away from us. And the fans in the Hill Dickinson Stadium, loving their first taste of cup football at the new home of Everton. Merlin again. And Alcaraz. Oh. You know what? Tommaso Ricci is not afraid to admit when he's wrong. And Alcaraz has been very dynamic in that midfield role. And there's maybe an option then to pass the ball to Beto, but he doesn't have the best pace, I don't think. And finding Dewsbury Hall, who just runs out of space there. He took too many touches. And surely that has to be half-time. The referee does blow 1-0 at half-time to Everton against Millwall. And yeah, Brian, I'm just going to see how tired Ndai is. A little bit tired, and we will need him at the weekend in the Premier League. I'm not sure if maybe this could be a mistake, especially if we concede a goal. But put Merlin Roll on the left side, and we will bring Dibbling on, the new man from Southampton, onto the right wing at half time. And that's really well played from Garner, who's done an excellent job today. The first game since he signed that new contract. Merlin Roll. Smart turn from Beto. We've got another overlap on the left-hand side, which we were looking for. Just too many bodies in the way to get the ball out to the flank. But good pressure again. It was good pressure, and then we just pass it to the opposition again. They play round Dewsbury Hall. Langstaff picks a pass outside to Ballo, who... Oh, Keane tries to put a tackle in, gets neither the man nor the ball, and then in the end Pickford has to turn it behind. Smallbone comes on. And Branthwaite's massive. He's not getting beaten in the air there. It's an interesting attempt at a clearance. Luckily, Branthwaite is massive, although Millwall have the ball back, and this would be a sloppy goal to concede if they do score from here. No danger there from the finish. And Patterson's had a quiet game, really. He hasn't had much to do. It's been absolutely fine there at right back, but I do still want to bring another right back in and maybe someone with more experience. As Merlin rolls. Oh, it was a heavy touch. I was about to say he was through on goal. He should have done so much better there, but he just took one really heavy touch. And here's Beto. Alcaraz onto Merlin roll. Should have opened his account there. Alcaraz will turn and shoot, and it's an easy save in the end for Bender in the Millwall net. I'm sure it's pronounced Bender, but when it ends with an A instead of an ER, there has to be a Bender. Negley getting chased by Branthwaite, who commits and sells himself, and it's really good play from the Millwall man. That's their best attack of the game by far. Attacking with pace and purpose and forcing the save from Jordan Pickford, who tips over the bar as Mitchell makes way for Denor. And with about half an hour left in this game, Millwall's searching for that equaliser, and we have to be careful not to get complacent. And we concede straight from that corner. It was such a good attack that led to the corner, and that header there, maybe Pickford should have done better. He can just palm it into the corner of the net. I don't know if the defender on the post got in the way. Oh dear. It's not good from Pickford. It's not good from the man on the post. And as we said at half time, this is the danger of taking Ndiaye off to save his legs. We've now got a more inexperienced front three, at least in central attacking midfield. Dibbling hasn't really been on the ball much since he came on, and we need to book up our ideas. We can't crash out of the Carabao Cup, especially not against lower league opposition, albeit in the Championship. Very strong league, but we should be beating Millwall at home. No two ways about that. Roll for Mikolenko. We'll try to cross it in, but we'll take the corner. And it might actually be a free kick. I think it could have been a handball by the defender. It's a difficult place to have a free kick, really, because we're just a little bit too close, if anything. We can try and chip it in. Or do we go... Well, we tried something silly there. Try and push it back to the man on the edge of the box, but Beto seems to have got an injury from somewhere. It's a really good pass from Beto there for Alcaraz, and Alcaraz's effort is saved. I think we might need to bring Barry on, because Beto needs a bit of attention, I think, from the medics. Maybe not medics, physios. Medics. I don't think his arm's been blown off. It's an okay pass out for Dibbling, but it's had to take it deep to Dewsbury Hall to send the cross in towards Beto. I think it was Smallbone who managed to head it away. Now James Garner, who's been absolutely everywhere apart from on that front post. On that near post, I should say, when they scored. And we will force the corner. I think this is the chance now to take Barry... Sorry, put Barry on, take Beto off. And do we bring Jack Grealish on? I think we have to. I think we have to. We can't afford to lose this game. Here is Dewsbury Hall in towards Branthwaite, the tall Branthwaite. And Jack Grealish, his first touch will be to put it back out wide. And Branthwaite, the defender, on his weaker foot on the edge of the box. In the context, made relatively good contact with that, but it's still well wide. Here we go, Jack Grealish. Time to show you quality, Jack. And I think I'm right in thinking that if this is a draw, it will go straight to penalties, with it being the League Cup. which is, I mean, it's good from one perspective in terms of fatigue and players not getting too tired or injured ahead of the weekend's fixture. But it is a lottery, and I'm not sure we really wanted at this stage of the season to be on penalties to stay in a cup competition. Still 10 minutes left though to find that winner. And it could be space here for Alcaraz, but the ball from Barry is just a little bit too strong. So you're taking the mick there, the Millwall player, with his keepy up. So it's like prime Thierry Henry. And dribbling back to Patterson to reset before maybe this final attack of the game before it goes to penalties. It's Barry out to Dibbling again, who finds a good pass into Alcaraz. Alcaraz. Oh. I think I keep alternating between calling him Alcaraz after the prison and Alcaraz after his name. So apologies for that. Dewsbury Hall, got to be a good ball, Kiernan, and it's average. But there's a bit of a scramble for it. The keeper does claim it in the end. Bender. And yeah, maybe we can just go again. One last time. Alcaraz. Oh, he's Alcaraz, not Alcaraz. So it doesn't matter what he is. If he scores here, it'll do for me. It's a little tempting ball into Barry. 2 minutes of stoppage time left. Oh, that's a big crunching tackle. Risky in the rain. Oh, and that was maybe the last chance we had to formulate an attack. And now Millwall might have a sniff before the 90 minutes is up. And it's a good header in the end. Back to Pickford. And it will go to penalties. And that is not ideal. That is not ideal. Let's have a look though. So we've got Barry, we've got Garner taking second. I'm not sure about that. I think Grealish needs to take one. Even though his penalty stat isn't high, his finishing is a lot higher. Garner, I think instead of Dibbling. It's a pull rank a little bit there. And yeah, it's not the best. I think they've actually got better penalty takers than us overall. We've got Barry, obviously, who's we don't need to know how to take a penalty. Yeah, we've got Barry, but after that, and Barry does slot it away. Pickford sat down by Ballet. 1-1. Now, come on, Grealish. Nothing silly, mate. Pure class from Jack Grealish. Little Panenka into the top left corner. And Pickford sat down again. He's not getting anywhere near these. I'm feeling the pressure for this one. Going bottom left corner. Alcaraz. The keeper went the right way. With Smallbone now. Oh, and Pickford went early. Smallbone sent him the wrong way. We're running out of time to miss any, if that makes sense. We need to, with 2 left, we need to score all of these, I think. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Solid penalty from him. Now Ivanovic for Millwall. Jordan Pickford. Again, goes the wrong way. And now we really need to score this. It's basically sudden death now. As Garner steps up. Garner has missed it. Oh, he's missed it. And Millwall fans excited on the edge of a famous victory in the Carabao Cup. It's Negley steps up. And we went the right way, but he has put it home. It's a great penalty. You got to say they deserved it, because we just didn't make the most of the possession that we had. They managed to pull 1 goal back, make it 1-1, go straight to penalties. And we are out of the Carabao Cup. That is... I mean, this has been an awful start to Tommaso Ricci's reign at Everton. 2 losses in the league and then a loss in the Carabao Cup on penalties to Championship opposition. And yeah, fair play, lads. Fair play. Enjoy your night. Have a look at some of the other scores in the Carabao Cup. Or not. Looks like Notts County lost. And we will go away to Wolves in the next game, and we really need to start making some signings. These 2 offers. Beto, apparently. And Garner. I mean, Garner's not going anywhere. Man United want him. You must be daft. We previously rejected an offer from Rangers for Beto. Fulham want to pay us less than that. I don't think we can really afford to at this point. We've got other priorities in the market, and we don't need to add to the headaches that we've got by needing to buy a striker with only a few days left. So we will reject that. We'll play one more game on this stream. We'll play the game against Wolves away, but hopefully we can get someone at least in before then. Look at the scout reports. Are any of these updated? Bradford City have just kicked off away at Cardiff. I mean, you look obviously very good, don't you? But 3 days remaining anyway of the players that we have asked to scout. I wonder if there have been any changes made in terms of if we search players and just see who's on the transfer list. Set it for a right back. Simon Weaver, Dong Yu, or Al Bakawi. And none of them look any good, so I won't worry about that for now. What about just in general? There's a lot of players here. We don't need to look through them all, do we? But Mason Mount is on the transfer list. He's nothing special though, unfortunately. At least not in terms of his stats on FC. Yeah, nothing there, is there? Let's advance. Got another offer for Garner. And he's not allowed to go anywhere. He's only just signed the new contract. Now, obviously, it is match day, but in FC land, that is still plenty of time to get a player in before the game. It's another offer. I don't know why James Garner's so in demand. He's not on the transfer list or something, is he? Can't believe that he would be. Where is he? James Garner. No, just interest. Oh, removed from transfer. He's on the transfer list. I don't know why that is. I haven't put him there, I don't think. Unless I did it by mistake. Right then. Let's just have a look and see if we've found any more players of interest. So these are all left backs. We don't necessarily need any more. Right back, first team quality. So João Mario is 11.5 million. What are his stats like? Attacking wing back, so we could get a little bit more pace on that side. Definitely with 85 acceleration, 83 sprint. A decent stamina as well. He's only 25. Good crossing as well. And he's got the whips pass play style, which would help when we're playing a target man. Jockey, intercept and relentless for Sacha Boey. Mateus Nunes. I mean, he's obviously a very, very good player. Aaron Hickey at Brentford. I don't think so. Diego Dallo. With us running out of time, I do look like the look of João Mario. Benjamin Henriks is that little bit more expensive. It's strange because I guess his passing's a lot better, his dribbling's a lot better. Well, not a lot better, but it's better. His defending's better. He just doesn't have that same pace, but he can cross the ball. His passing's better. Incisive pass, slide tackle, bruiser. I think his peak, though, at the moment, who knows where João Mario could get to in 3 years. His potential is up of 84. And I think that might make more sense in the long run. Let's put an offer in for him. Let's see if we can get our first signing of the window. Approach to buy. And of course, we can't get him. What about on a loan? Well, that settles that then, doesn't it? I should have seen that earlier. What about you then, Henriks? At the club since 2021, so we won't have the same issue we just had then. Now market value is 16.5. Do we go just under that? Now got a budget of 38 million after the sale of Dwight McNeil, and we will offer. Let's offer right in his market value. $17.6 they want. We'll go for a clean 17 million, which I imagine they'll accept. We made our first signing. Henriks joins from Red Bull Leipzig. The right back is a good defender of the ball, it looks like. Not so much pace, but he can pass it as well. And yeah, look at that slide tackle stat of 84. Much needed experience and quality in defence. And I think that's a good signing, actually. He can play left back at a push if needed to as well. And let's just have a quick look at the football scores. Forest are beating Burnley after, 5 minutes scored after 2 minutes. I just want to see what Bradford City are doing. Still 0-0 after 4 minutes, which isn't a surprise, is it? Well. Henriks will go straight into the squad. O'Brien's been okay as a deputy in that position. He will stay on the bench with Keane going to the reserves. And I'm looking for him in the squad. I haven't even negotiated his contract yet, have I? So I better do that. So eager. So eager. Right. Negotiate. I don't think this will be too much of an issue. Current wage is 50. He will be crucial. Age of 28. Can we get him for 3 years? No release clause, thank you very much. And his current wage is 50. Should we offer 60? He'll probably want a signing bonus as well. Maybe not. Now we can put him in the starting lineup. He's arrived at the club. Shakes hands with Tommaso Ricci. Greeted by Jordan Pickford. Our first new signing of the save. We've got our right back, Benjamin Henriks. I think that's a good signing for us. I think that's a really good signing, actually. As we were saying before, Keane will make way. Henriks starting at right back. I mean, that's not a bad defensive line at all now. Jared Branthwaite, 79 rated. Tarkovsky, 80. Henriks, 80. Mikolenko, 78. We're relatively experienced there as well. I know Branthwaite's only 23, but 32, 28 and 26. I think that's, that's very, very good. And now it means any extra money that we spend can be spent on players further up the pitch. We need to maybe get someone in after Dwight McNeil left. But for now, we will just play this final game of the stream. away at Everton, looking for that first win of the season after disappointment in the previous 2 games and also in the Carabao Cup. Michael Oliver will be the referee at Molineux. Presumably a Sunday game kicking off at 4 o'clock. And let's try and get that win. It's our first one of these intros. I've seen these. They look so good. Look at that. It looks absolutely amazing. You can see Villa just over there in the background, Villa Park. That's honestly so good. I love that. There we go. It feels very different after playing in the rain. In the Carabao Cup. Feels really quick now, actually. I know it's still on authentic mode, but it's a good ball into Barry. And with 3 minutes gone, we have our first chance. Tommaso Ricci there looking suave on the sidelines. And Dewsbury Hall to put this into the box. Tarkovsky can't quite get there. But here is Grealish. Back out to Dewsbury Hall. Tries to get it onto his left foot. He can't quite get there, but Grealish will just stand it up to the back post. Oh. Tarkovsky wins the second ball. This is great pressure from us early on in this game. Smart from Grealish. Centres to Barry, who clips it into the net. And we've only played 6 minutes, but that's no less nor more than we deserve. And Barry gets his first goal. And we're just applying pressure from the off there. Kept winning the second balls. Grealish down this little flank, and we want to see him getting into these spaces, these half spaces where he can pick out a pass. And it's an easy finish in the end for Barry. 1-0 to Everton. And I'm very, very happy about that. Mikolenko. And then Dye with space to run into now. Just runs out of space in the end. It's a poor pass to return the ball to his teammate from the Wolves player, and Dewsbury Hall now onto Barry with Grealish in all this space again. This is exactly what we want from him. So Dewsbury Hall onto Barry, back to Grealish. Everton playing tiki-taka stuff. Moving and grooving with the ball. Again, we pick up on a loose, careless pass. And it's a really good ball into Ndai to make it 2-0. He had more time. He had more time. I had more time. Should have done a lot better from that position. Again, charged down. We're playing with some pace and some real kind of intent. To Barry, onto Gay. Mikolenko now. What's that? Ndai. Try and get it in, but it's always going to be claimed by the Wolves defender. Brave header there in midfield to get it to Arias, who's well tackled by Grealish. He's all over the pitch today. And he's got a chance to run with it now as well. Finds a pass into Ndai, who's in loads of space. It's Ndai to make it 2-0. And that is all about the work ethic and effort of Jack Grealish. Winning the ball back, finding a lovely pass to Ndai. Grealish's second assist of the game. Ndai never going to miss from there. Left in so much space by the Wolves defence. And the new man, Henriks, has had nothing to do. I don't think he's even had the ball. Here he is. Just pass it to him for a laugh. Yeah, nothing on offer from Wolves, and we attack again. I don't know what's happening. Dewsbury Hall onto Merlin Roll. Merlin Roll has got through, and it's just tipped onto the post. I think that in the end, that's a very good save. It's our turn to play a careless pass. Strand Larsen onto Arias. Mikolenko trying to make up ground here. He just kind of stopped the pass, but it's reclaimed by Wolves, who now have it on the edge of the box. It's the highest they've been up the pitch with the ball. It's Andre. Out to Hwang Lee Chan, who does shoot, and it's a flying Jordan Pickford who grabs it with both hands, says thank you very much. And again, we're now playing the careless passes, like we said. We just can't lose concentration like we did against Millwall. Ooh, can we? It's a tame effort in the end that they really should have done a lot better with. Go on, Tom. Can't be offside from a throw-in. Remember that. Oh, they're just... This is so much better from Wolves now. They've got to shoot, surely. Strong hand from Jordan Pickford, and Hwang Lee Chan got to the rebound. Could only put it into the side netting, thankfully. But finally, with half an hour gone, some real threat from Wolves at long last. When it was looking like it was going to be a walk in the park for us, they've put us under some pressure, but still, we do have a chance to make it 3, but not with passes like that, as Njai wastes possession. It's Manetzi in centre midfield, looking forward to drive forward onto Andre now. And Wolves looking for that foothold in the game, but it's a good block. And now, 10 minutes left in the half, we need to kind of calm things down a little bit. They've been a bit frenetic for the last 10 minutes or so, but here's Jack Grealish, who tries the spectacular, trying to clip it into that far corner, but never had any chance there. And that's a terrible pass. And to Barry. And Merlin Roll. Oh, can't pick out the pass there. I think this is... I don't know what formation Wolves are playing. I think this is one of those times when actually having the kind of more narrow version of the 4-2-3-1 is actually helping us, because we're finding possession with Njai and Roll kind of in the spaces between the centre backs and the wing backs. Here is Jack Grealish. Tries to clip it over to Mikolenko, who will get there. I think we might have won the corner. I won the corner. No, it's a free kick. Came off Mikolenko's hand, I think. It's probably going to be the last attack for us for the half. But by far the best half of the season so far. Late from Mikolenko there. Won't go into the book, luckily. Perhaps should have done. And we've got a notification from the Bradford game. And Tommy Lee has put Bradford ahead away at Cardiff City. What is happening? Get in there, Tommy Lee. Get in there, mate. Top of the table clash and all. We must be top of the table at the moment. That's unbelievable. Here goes Barry. That is half time. Sorry, getting distracted from the Everton career mode there to celebrate the real life. Well, I don't know what you call it. I don't really know. I don't have the words to describe what's happening at Bradford City at the moment. It was Barry who scored the first goal for us, followed by Njai cutting inside onto his right and curling it into the far post. 2-0 deserved. Hasn't gone all our own way though. Initially had loads of pressure and possession early on, but Wolves grew into the half. But by the time though they were applying pressure, found themselves already 2 goals down. And maybe there could be 3 now with Grealish, who's been wonderful today. Grealish back to Dewsbury Hall. Try and curl it into the corner. It's always going wide. Didn't have the whip on it to bring it back inside the post. And John Arias, yeah, 1 shot on target. But not much else to shout about. Got to be careful when we're clearing it there. Can't be playing it back into trouble. He says playing a pass across the box. Mikolenko, Tarkovsky, try and get it out wide again. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's good play. And we've got Grealish he has been everywhere today, and there's a ball on for Barry, who is a little bit wide, but maybe on the rebound it is Merlin Roll with his first goal for Everton, his first goal in English football, capitalising on the spill from the Wolves keeper after really good play yet again from Jack Grealish, finding a lovely clip ball over to Barry, who could only shoot towards the keeper from a tight angle, but Merlin Roll gets ahead of his defender, taps it in, 3-0 to Everton. And it might be time to start thinking of some changes, especially Ndai, who we know has been quite tired recently. Alcaraz is still a little bit tired. I don't know who we... Maybe we bring Dewsbury Hall. There we go. Dewsbury Hall into that position, and Garner comes on in centre defensive midfield. And if it gets to the point where we need to take Grealish off, which we might need to do soon, we can always play 2 up top with Bete, who seems to have recovered from that little niggle that he sustained against Millwall in the Carabao Cup. And there he is. And look at the shoes. We did say look at Tommaso Ricci's shoes. They are looking good. Looks like a sturdy leather to me. The artisan Tuscan cobbler working his magic at the Everton training ground. Larson takes a speculative shot there. Dewsbury Hall now in a position where he can play further up the pitch, wanting to join in on the fun, maybe get a goal for him, his first Everton goal. I would just see confirm them at the top of the screen. Ademola Lookman to Spurs confirmed. That'll spice things up in this save. That's a really good signing. And Strand Larson here inside to Hoiver. Hoiver to Arias, back to Hoiver. And Andre on the edge of the box, trying to steal it away from them. They've got so many men forward here. If we can get the ball, we might be able to break quickly with it. And here we go. Garner onto the speedy Martin Roll. He'll play inside to Barry, who then has Jack Grealish on the outside of him. Back to Roll. It's fluid stuff from Everton. Can he play it all the way across the box? Oh, we tried to put it back to the back post where I think it would have been Dewsbury Hall. Jack Grealish calling for it. He'll play it onto Gay, who will shoot from outside the box. Long way out. And I do think Jack Grealish is getting a little bit tired and might need replacing. We'll do that before Wolves can break any further. Let's just edit this and we'll go to a 4-4-2 holding. I'm happy with that. And Bete comes on there. Not for Roll, sorry. Bete comes on for Grealish. And then, yeah, Roll plays for Bete. Doesn't want me to do this, does it? Bete to Roll. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. It'll do for now. We'll see how this more expansive formation works out for us. Maybe it might just turn out in the end we should just be playing a 4-4-2 all along. What play from Barry that is. Is a big strong lad. Chested the ball and then just a bit of juggling. It'll be Dewsbury Hall to curl it into the box from the corner. Can't beat the first man though, and that's always disappointing to see, isn't it? Should always beat the first man. Wolves about to make a substitution, but for now Arias is streaming down the left flank with James Garner trying to keep up with him. We will head that way though, but only as far as Menezzi and Andre. And how can we keep them out? It'd be such a shame to concede a goal in a game we've been dominating so much, and now we can break. We've got the two big figures of Barry and Beto up front. But we give it away sloppily in the end. easily claimed by Pickford. Next fixture for Wolves is away at Newcastle, which will be a tricky game, you imagine. So I don't know who we've got next, but surely actually it's coming up to the Merseyside derby, I imagine. I don't think it's this next game week, it might be the one afterwards. Smirling roll into Gay. And, something a little bit fancy there. Unnecessary. Dewsbury Hall onto Gay again. We've got a man just there trying to get to James Garner. Oh, it's in the end. We're just trying to keep hold of possession, wind the clock down a little bit. We'll get it back here though. Luckily with Roll, who is being absolutely felled. That will be a free kick. It will be Kieran in Dewsbury Hall, who is no mug from set pieces. It's actually wanting James Garner to take it. I'm not too sure about that. I mean, he does have good free kick accuracy, doesn't he? I think it does need to be James Garner, especially from this position. Well then, we'll see what he can do. James Garner. Ooh. Whipped into the wall and out for a corner. Try and put a bit more on it this time from Dewsbury Hall. And 7 minutes left, 3 goals up. You feel like it's just drawing out to an inevitable conclusion here. For our first 3 points of the season, much needed 3 points. Manetzi. And maybe a chance to break for a fourth, perhaps. Mikolenko tearing away after a good interception. He's got Barry, who will find it. It's Barry. And he tries to chip the keeper. Tries to put it over the onrushing Johnston rather than either side of him. Perhaps made the wrong decision. Should have scored his second of the game there. Oh, that's such tidy play from Wolves. Brave interception in the end from Jordan Pickford, who his long throw will mean that in no time we're attacking again against a attack-minded Wolves team who've left lots of players up the pitch. And were it not for our sloppiness, we should have really scored another one there. I think that will be full time though. We've got our first 3 points of the save. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on the stream or if you're watching on the recorded version, get the shoes in the shot, Tommaso. Ricci, you got your first 3 points.